Herzlich willkommen, mein Name ist Birgit Rusche-Hecker und ich begrüße dich zu meiner Light Up the World Tour.
Hello, my name is Birgit Rusche-Hecker and I welcome you so much to my Light Up the World tour. Today I would like to introduce a friend of mine. Her name is Meda Christiani. Meda is from California. Meda lived in Germany for 28 years. She has 5 kids. 2 live in California as she does and 3 live in Germany. And 6 years ago, she went back to California to be with her 2 elder kids because they became moms and dads. In January, I met her in Siegburg near Bonn because she was on a tour with one of her sons, who is a very famous rock star. So let's welcome Meda Christiani.
Missed involved.
So nice to see you.
Pretty cool what you're doing.
It came from somewhere above. A voice told me, buy a camper van and visit wise people and spread light around the world. Okay, so I did.
Wise people. Okay, that's me.
Where do you live right now?
I'm 1 mile from the Pacific Ocean in Monterey, California. And I go down there every night. I'm a sunset freak. Thousands and thousands of sunset pictures. But that's what fills my soul.
Yeah, you do the sunsets and I do the sunrise.
You do the sunrises, yes. That's right. We got it covered.
I would love to do the sunsets as well, actually. So, as you know, I'm on my Light Up the World tour.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. And visiting wise women and men all around the planet. So you're one of them. Mm-hmm. When I see your face, your lovely face on the screen, and we know each other for such a long time, I can't believe. What's the secret, Meda?
Yeah, I kind of am feeling like I have a secret because people do notice my light, and the fact that, like so many of us women from the last generations, we were taught to turn our light down. Mine used to be really down. And I have learned the rewards for not just myself, but everybody else when you just stop doing that and you turn your light up, and all these thousands of tools and understandings and unlearnings to make that possible. And then people are just attracted to it. You don't even need to say words. You're just like a bug coming to the light. So that's my work. My business is called Life Solutions Coaching.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm mostly able to help women who are over 40 who look in the mirror in the morning and just say, is this all there is? And I'm here to hold the light that, yeah, it's only just beginning, ladies.
Yes, ladies, it's only just beginning.
Yeah.
So you went back to California 6 years ago, is it right? Was it 6 years?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
You're a mom of 5 children.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 grandchildren.
Right. Yeah.
How did you manage to to shine your light, although there were really, well, I know some of them, challenges in your life.
Oh yeah, mega challenges.
What's your
Yeah.
secret? Because I think that's why I'm doing this, collecting light and spreading light. So what is the light you could give to the audience today, to women who are, well, just as you said, standing in front of the mirror and thinking,
Mm-hmm.
is this all? No,
Mm-hmm.
not.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your secret?
Well, if you believe like I do that we're souls in this physical body here on the planet, and we start out being bright lights, blinding light, bright lights, and through all of our conditioning and traumas and life experiences, we just get all covered up with a lot of gook. And then the light can't shine through us, and that's when we start to get sick and depressed. And so many of these women that I help are like that. They're still able to put on their happy smile every day and do the zillions of wonderful things they do in the world, and do it from heart. But they've mostly not been told, actually even to the extreme, been told that it's a taboo to love themselves, that it's selfish, that if you're taking care of yourself, then you're depriving other people of what you're supposed to be doing for them. It's all backwards, because if you want to really be giving and helping, you got to take care of yourself first. So that's one of the first big things to unlearn and relearn. And then what does that look like?
Yeah.
Love yourself. What does it feel like?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of steps that I think need supporting, because it goes so against a lot of our cultural norms.
Mm-hmm. Are there maybe 2 or 3 steps you would like to talk about? Just little steps.
Oh, little steps. Well, looking in the mirror is a first one, to start seeing who's really there, to get honest with yourself first. That probably a lot of the reason why you're feeling so miserable inside is because you're not letting anybody see it. You know, you've got this kind of fakey face that everything's great with the world, so why should anybody you know, help you or support you or even see you? I mean, a lot of these women do not feel seen anymore. They just feel taken for granted. And then what happens is you start feeling resentful because you're not being understood, because you can't voice how you're feeling inside, but you think it's the other people. And so you're trying to get people, like you're killing yourself to get love and acknowledgement and validation from the outside world. And that is all a vicious cycle that will lead to you losing more and more light. And I have the pleasure of having rescued many people on the brink, like they were going into really deep depressions or addictions, and I've pulled them back from the brink. We have so many different ages. Like I'm 67 and I'm still bopping around, probably in a lot of ways more so than I was when I was 40. And it has to do with the 12 inches between the ears. First of all, believing that a lot of things can be turned around. And one of my core beliefs is I'll figure it out. And so if something's coming up that doesn't feel good, I will go and figure out how to turn it around and how to make it better. So I'm a super resource. I was very inspired by a fellow named Clement Kubi, I think it was, who became a quadriplegic. Maybe he's a German guy, right? And he found by researching all these shamans that there was a tribe who said that everybody in the village was a shaman for whatever trial they had gone through and came out surviving it. And when I heard that, I just put one huge frame around all these things that have happened in my life. I said, wow, I can help people with this and this and this and this and this and this and this. I have a really big repertoire of things that I've survived and come out. You can attest to that too, yeah. And I also have, other than just coaching and strategic intervention certification, and I also was a Heilpraktikerin for physiotherapy in Germany as an Ausländer, and I actually got that Erlaubnis, so I'm very proud about that too. So I bring an awful lot of background to my coaching, and of course, as you said, the wisdom.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
And little steps. I mean, you can do something to change your physical state. You can just change your posture. You can put on a fakey smile, and already the happy hormones are being released in your body. Or put a music piece on. Like I was listening to Michael Jackson's "We Are the World" before we got on here, because that one just kind of makes my head expand around the globe. With a lot of good neuro associations to it. Or you just simply put your hand on your heart and you think of a wonderful memory, and the brain can't think of two things at the same time. And depending on what pictures you're making, you're going to start eliciting those emotions, and that's how you're going to be feeling. And then you'll be thinking of more happy things. And so you can well, I call it emotional hygiene, managing your emotion. I got a whole chapter on emotional first aid, how to not go jumping off the cliff into every argument and getting triggered. And what did I call it? Oh yeah, the don't shoot the messenger. All these people that we want to kill because they triggered us. I could talk for hours. I mean, I'm all day long. I bore people who aren't interested in this, because it's my world. I live and I breathe it, and I'm constantly learning and experimenting, and I'm very passionate.
Yes, you are. Absolutely. And well, you recently had the bushfires in California.
Yep.
This is a very hard example where you can test all you've learned.
Yep.
How did you manage that? You weren't able to leave the house. The air was foggy.
Yep.
How did you manage that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, my wings are clipped like so many of us. I can't come to Germany, can't visit my kids over there. That's a real price to pay. And then the yoga studio closed. I mean, we're all experiencing this. But then you couldn't even breathe the air. There was so much smoke, and wake up in the morning and ashes all over the terrace. Well, I bought a trampoline. That was one thing I did, because I usually walk a few miles on the beach every day, and that just was not an option. Even at the ocean, the air was not breathable for about a week. So I got a trampoline, and I got some stretchy bands, and I played a lot more music and had a lot more Zoom calls, to keep the body in motion.
Yeah.
And the brain in motion, and knowing that it wouldn't continue forever.
And how did you manage the fear? Was there fear also?
Actually, I was preoccupied with helping the people who were freaking out stay calm and reasonable. Yeah. I mean, some people were packing all their stuff up for absolutely no reason, and it's like, take a breath, get grounded, think positive. There was a lot of panic going on. Yes, a lot of panic.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
So you were helping them to stay stable?
Absolutely. And I started to have visions about 20 years ago of me kind of standing on a hill, calm and peaceful and centered and grounded, and all around me was just chaos. And all I was doing was standing there saying, you know, okay, guys, I know everything's different, but we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. And I feel that like all this work that I've been doing the last 2 decades, really, it is for now. It's my purpose here now to have the ability to stand clear and grounded and support the others who haven't done the work and are just freaking out. They're at the mercy of what's happening.
Yeah, yeah, that's what we are here for now.
Yep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And all these issues, I mean, we know it's like one big pimple. Yeah. What do you call that in German? A pickle. Yeah. Ein riesig große pickle jetzt, all over the place, is coming to the light. But that's how they're going to get cleansed and redone. Because so we're pimple poppers, Birgit. pickle poppers. Because as we know, you can't change anything unless you can see it. And this seeing, whether it's in our school system or our politics or the racial injustices, it's just all coming to light now. And if you're not grounded and they say, if you haven't cleaned your Päckchen, all your old stuff, then it's going to get heavier and heavier as you get older. And I think that's one of the reasons of feeling so great at my age now, is I don't have all these hates and blames and resentments and jealousies eating away at me. I cleaned it all up. There's nobody on the planet I couldn't sit down with and have a talk, have a tea with. And that's after 2 divorces.
Yeah, and just imagine everybody would have done that.
Oh God, yes.
That would be peace on earth.
Yep.
So when we light up the world, what's the vision? What's your vision of the future?
Well, exactly that everybody's lights inside are turned up and they're able to be authentic, and that also everybody is in the right work, because we spend so much of our time working. And that's probably when I first got inspired with this kind of inner work and self-improvement, was 40 years ago. 1983, I went to my first seminar for self-improvement called Life Spring, and there were 427 people in the audience. And one of the first questions the trainer asked was, how many of you like to wake up in the morning on Monday and go to work? And there were like 12 hands went up. And I looked around and I was horrified. It's like, this cannot be the state of us humans, that we're wasting so much life.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I got to do something about this. And now again, another pickle that's getting popped is people are forced out of their jobs all over the place because of this pandemic. And so many of them are going like, well, I didn't like my job anyway. I didn't like this about it. I didn't like that. And they start to think then, well, what would be an ideal job for me? You know, what looking in the horizon. And I've also helped many clients who thought there was no possible job like what they thought would be wonderful, but I'll be damned, companies created them then because they sent out what they wanted. That's pretty exciting when that happens.
Well, is there anything you would like to add? Anything that's important to say?
Well, people usually come to me with pretty normal problems, you know, with their boyfriend or their kids or their work or their health. And after a while, it really all comes down to the spirit. As all these changes throw people into a spiritual crisis where they are questioning, why am I here? What's my purpose? And that's where I really am able to support and guide to their own.
So following the question, who are you when everything else falls apart?
Yep. And when everything changes, change everything.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Said Neil Donald Walsh. Yeah.
I see. I didn't know that.
And we're in this time now. So gosh, guys, instead of fighting it, surrender to it. Take advantage of it. This is like a new renaissance, if you look at it that way. You really can reinvent yourself.
Yeah, surfing the wave.
Yep.
And it's not easy, because when I look back to February and March, I was shocked at first, and it took me a while to find the way through. Not really through, but up to the surface.
Yeah.
Taking a deep breath, orienting myself, and then I knew what to do.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know. I felt it. That's a difference.
Yeah.
That really is a difference.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So what's your wish, your personal wish for the next years? Because you just told us you're 67. Well, you know you don't look like 67.
One of my sons, he goes, "Mom, I don't get it. You're the oldest mom in my class, but you're the youngest." Well, I'm just starting. I mean, so many of my contemporaries, they're, getting retired now. They're going to do whatever, I guess, hobbies or enjoyment kinds of things. But to me, this is enjoyment. I can't even imagine retiring. I can do this till I'm 100, at least.
So will you stay in California, or are there any plans to come back to Germany maybe?
I leave it open. Okay. I've already lived in 2 other countries. I'm pretty flexible, and I felt very called to come back here. So we'll see if I get another call.
I remember that process. I heard your call also. Remember that? You really were meant to go back to California. That was really strange.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's that kind of thing, right? When you're able to be so in tune with somebody else as a guide, to mirror back to them what their truth is that they're too afraid to look at. Yeah, that's a real service that we provide.
Yeah. So, well, is there anything else you would like to add just before we finish?
Well, empowered women are good for the world and for everybody else, and that we have spent so many thousands and thousands and thousands of years being the underdog. It's just crazy, and I see a big shift happening with that now, because empowered women doing their soul work is going to really turn the planet into a happy, peaceful place where we all can join hands and have a wonderful future.
One of the women I had an interview with, her name is Jenny Ulbricht. She coaches women and she coaches the voices of change. So women learn how to raise their voice and how to say what they are meant to say.
Yeah. I'll have to check her out.
Yeah, she's in Germany. Maybe she makes an online course. So you can book her online.
Right. Yeah. The throat chakra. I mean, mine too was totally closed.
Yeah.
I mean, God, I just absolutely did not dare to
Yeah.
speak my truth in so many instances. So I'm very aware when I do, and it's wonderful.
Well, I know you very well, and I'm pretty sure that you have a special offer for our audience, right?
I do. You can request a 45-minute free coaching session with me to find out what coaching is and get immediate first steps in something that's troubling you.
That's great. Thank you very much. What a nice gift for people who are just listening and need some help in these days.
Thank you, Birgit, for the opportunity to speak so much of my truth.
And I thank you. I thank you. It was so nice to have you on the screen, and I would love to hug you somehow.
Virtual hugs are, what did somebody did this and then they went like this, and I didn't like that one.
No.
And this one, you're doing it to yourself. I don't know. How do we do it?
Just, imagination is everything.
Yeah.
We just think of hugging each other. Yeah.